What's up, everyone? Welcome back, and thank you for stopping in. Today I have an exciting unboxing to do for you guys. Something I was able to snag on Amazon. Got to love their quick shipping. There is a reason in particular I wanted to get this knife. You guys will soon see what my plans are for this knife. Before we hop into the unboxing, if you like knife content, EDC content, gear reviews, and you see the subscribe button down below the video, that means you are not subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. I upload at least one video every single day, if not two. So if you like lots of content, you are in the right spot. Before you head out, give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. It really helps the video out, helps the channel out. I greatly appreciate it, and I love interacting with you guys down in the comments. It's always a blast. We will be using the newly gifted Luft Concepts Avant. This is the first version. Shout out to Carco. I am still at a loss for words. He sent a box in of knives for me to take a look at and check out, do some videos on them and whatnot. And in the box, you know, that I was not sure what was going on at the time, but he gifted me this Luft Avant, and it has grown on me tremendously. This is very ergonomic. Absolutely am falling in love with this knife. Shout out to you, Carco, man. What a amazing gesture. You're an amazing dude, and I just don't know what else to say, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much, dude. Andy's a member of the channel, always watching, always commenting. Just a huge, huge part of the channel, and I thank you, man. So we will go ahead and dig into this guy using the Avant. Ooh, nice and sharp. So we knock the camera around. So there is the knife box. As you can see, it is a Vosteed. You might be narrowing the choices down in your head right now. There's a reason I wanted this knife, and you might know the reason. I wanted to do a full comparison with this knife and one other knife that we will bring out here relatively soon once we get this guy out of here. Vosteed has some great packaging. They put it in a sleeve. Then you get a metal tin, which is awesome. You get the Vosteed logo on there. Some of the best packaging for this price of knife that you can get, if not the best packaging. And then look at that. They throw in a patch. They throw in a support card, business card, a COA card, some stickers. You get a cleaning cloth. I mean, just ridiculous from Vosteed. A ridiculously good job. Just unbelievably good. I wish other companies would take a note on how to do things right. And this is definitely one of the ways to do things right. Because people who buy a lot of knives, you know, it's about the knife, but it's also about the experience of the unboxing. So getting a patch, a sticker, a cleaning cloth, a nice tin is it's cool. It feels good to get things like that with the knife you're buying. You know, you are buying into the company. So here we have the Vosteed Knives Nightshade with the thumb hole. Woo! So, as I was saying earlier, there's a reason I wanted to get this knife. I wanted to check it out because I've fallen in love with this design. But there's another reason. This guy right here is the Fox Knives Chillin' by Vosteed. So, I have not seen it yet on YouTube, and it might be out there. It might not be. But I wanted to do a comparison for people so they could see the similarities, see the differences. And now that I have them side by side, I do see some differences in the handle, just in some of the lines. You have a nice swell here on the Chillin', where this is more, it kind of is neutral all the way back to this little swell back here. So there will be a full comprehensive overview of the Nightshade coming up. There will be a full comparison of the Nightshade and the Chillin'. Now, we're going to be taking into account that this is like a $70 knife, and the Chillin' in this form is quadruple the price. So, or pretty close to that, I want to say. It's close to quadruple. M398, carbon fiber. This is not bad itself, though. You're getting 154 cm on the blade steel, which is just a perfect choice for a knife that you plan on using. You're getting some nice micarta. I opted for the black. They had some green micarta. They had some G10 options. I felt like some black micarta that night on Friday night when I ordered this, and I loved the copper pivot collar there, and I have fallen in love with this design because of the Chillin'. Now Vosteed also makes a version of this knife with a flipper tab. There might be a time where I pick that one up also. It's just a flipper, nothing else. We shall see though about that. One thing I did want to, it's kind of funny, the holes are, you know, nobody tried to hide anything here. Those holes are very similar. Now, Vosteed came out with the flipper version first, and then this knife came out with the holes. Then Vosteed put a knife out with the holes. So, you know, it is kind of what it is. I like that. I would much rather get this version right here than the budget end of this one, because the budget end of this one was N690 and G10, I believe. Here you're getting 154 and micarta. You're getting a copper pivot collar. Just an awesome material choice here for this knife and for the price. You're getting a deep carry steel clip there. And you have, what is that on the back there? That must be Vosteed's logo. Yeah, it is. It's Vosteed's emblem, what you see right here on the pocket clip there. We'll go ahead and do a little, just quick first impression overview of the Nightshade. So this blade shape on the Nightshade and the Chillin' was inspired by like a kukri fixed knife and the Chillin' cutter. I just absolutely love this blade shape. It just lends itself for perfect cutting tasks. If you have this in hand straight, the blade is already angled down. So the minute you bend down, you are already ready to go with a draw cut. This blade shape lends itself to getting in behind things very easily. You do have this nice long belly section here, which I've said a couple times recently. I wasn't the biggest fan of belly type knives like this. It wasn't until I got the Chillin' and a couple other knives that I really started to like knives with a little bit of belly. The Avant also comes to mind when we talk about the belly ordeal. Another one that comes to mind is the low drag jack. This has a little belly on it. And I could tell you before a couple weeks ago, a month or so, maybe a little more, I was not into knives with bellies on them at all. So, I mean, if it had a slight belly, I was all right with it. But typically, I stayed away from knives like this. But I have found them to be very useful. And I've really fallen in love with certain knives with that belly shape. From the first version to this one, they did do some tweaking. They tweaked this finger groove here for added comfort. Like I said, there was a flipper tab, and now they have the thumb hole, which they call this the Nightshade TH for thumb hole. So if you are looking for these, if it doesn't say TH, then it's probably the flipper version. Make sure if you want this one that it says Nightshade TH. Then you will be getting the thumb hold version. You do have skeletonized liners in there for weight relief. You do have cage ceramic ball bearings, which aid in insane action. You guys can see I just unboxed this, and it's nice and hydraulic, nice and smooth. It wants to just fly out of there as soon as you break the detent there. It just flies out. Absolutely love this design. The chillin' is the exact same way. Just amazing. The action on both of them is just phenomenal. Very snappy action. Vosteeds have come with great edges, at least the couple that I have had recently. We will go ahead and do a cut test here in a second. I'm noticing the pass through and the jimping on the liner. It's freaking perfect. Really well done. I hate when I cannot access that liner easily or the lock period. And they give you a nice amount of room to get there and get it unlocked. Absolutely love that. They put some jimping on the liner. Another thing I remember reading was there must be a D-shaped pivot in there, so that way it's not spinning around in there. So the maintenance should be pretty easy going. Another thing is they crowned the spine on a $70 knife. That is awesome. So we'll go ahead and cut a little something, some telephone book paper, and woo-wee, does this thing have a nice edge on it. That is very indicative of a good edge coming from factory. Very well done. That is nice. And having, if you keep your cut here, that belly wants to keep you in the cut, you know. It's really nice. It's different when you're not cutting something under a camera, of course, but the ergonomics of this are phenomenal, just like the chillin'. That crown spine gives you some added comfort up here. The only thing I could say that I wish this had right off the top of my head was just some extra jimping. Some more jimping down to, say, like here, around in that area. That way, when you're choked all the way up, you know, just about right there. And then the rest of it be crowned. Some nice fine jimps like they got going on already. Just kind of extend that a little bit more. But that's getting real nitpicky. There's no blade play side to side or up and down. Nice and centered. Yes, that's what we like to see. I've had some issues with some Vosteeds, mainly their button locks. The lock geometry was not done properly, so therefore it wasn't locking up properly. But You know, I think that was a problem amongst a bunch of companies and knives, not just Vosteed. So, and they corrected it by changing the lock completely. I think they are now using a crossbar lock instead of a button lock. So they have corrected the issue by basically getting rid of the issue. This is a full flat grind as well, not a hollow grind, but you have a nice tall flat grind, which is very, very good for slicing. It gives a little increased strength to that edge being a full flat grind the way it is. I absolutely love flat grinds. I like hollow grinds as well. I like a lot of different grinds. Flat and hollow are my favorites, and I have good uses for flats and hollows. So this being a nice tall flat grind, perfectly okay with me. The other question you might have is, what about the heat treat on the 154? As far as I know, they are doing it properly. They are shooting for 60. I think I read somewhere for some reason between 58 and 62. But I think they try to shoot for the 60 to 62. And if that's, you know, if they're getting it there at 60, 60, 61, that is perfect. Now, you might lose a point if it's coated like this one is. So you might be down around the 59 area, which that's, you know, that's all right. The coatings, it kind of is what it is. The coatings will take 1 or 2 HRC off of anything. It doesn't matter what steel it is. If it's coated, it's probably going to be down 1 or 2. It just is the way it is. You're getting that added corrosion resistance benefit, but you're losing a little bit of the Rockwell hardness too. So, you know, it is kind of what it is. I don't mind that at all, especially when we know it's heat treated right. After getting this in hand, I am definitely going to be looking to get one more Vosteed right off the top of my head and get that in here and scope it out. The quality of this for the money, it's just spectacular. The materials, I cannot wait to get this bad boy out and use it tomorrow, especially take it to work, put it through some materials, see how it does. I think it's going to do great. That is all, guys. That is the Vosteed Knives Nightshade TH. That will do it for this one. If you guys are still here and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. Otherwise, I will catch you on the next one. Later.